credit. They did an excellent job of playing blocks and getting off blocks and making the plays that they had to make. Obviously slow the run game down a little bit. But I think going into this week and for the rest of the season, I think everybody just has to do a better job of just focusing on their job and making sure that you're not trying to compensate for anybody else or anything like that. So you got to make sure that you trust that the person next to you, or obviously in front of me and myself, that they're going to do what they're supposed to do, and the hole's going to be where it's supposed to be. So I think it's just more of like a trust factor. Getting back to believing in each other that we can do it if we just put our minds to it, and we'll be able to get back to being successful in one game.
What are the strengths of this Michigan defense?
Pretty much everything. I mean, obviously they're one of the best defenses in the country, like top 5, something like that. So, obviously it's going to be a challenge, but that's something that we strive for. I mean, you want a challenge, especially going up against great teams such as Michigan. I mean, they're good all across the board. I mean, they have good D line, obviously, excellent linebackers led by obviously Peppers, and on the back end with Jordan Lewis playing corner, and then they have obviously all the other DBs are excellent as well. So we're gonna have to do an excellent job of being focused and executing on all cylinders. We can't be out there making mental mistakes or having procedure penalties or things that just stall drives, because they'll jump on it and they'll take advantage of it.
Is there anything you can exploit in their defense? Do they have any weaknesses that you can get used to?
I mean, I wouldn't say they really don't. I mean, not much. I mean, I think the main thing is you just have to go out there and compete against them. I mean, you just can't go out there and just because like they're Michigan that you just lay down and let them beat you. You're gonna have to go out there and compete. You're gonna have to give 100% effort because we're such a talented team like that, with talented players like that. I mean, they're not going to let you. They're not going to care like if you're hurt or if you're sore or anything like that, or if you don't feel like going hard that play, because they're obviously trying to win a football game as well. They have big ambitions for their season. So we just have to make sure that we're going out there, we're competing every snap, and we're executing, we're trusting in each other.
What was Michigan week like growing up, where you were with your dad's background, where you lived, and everything?
Obviously, it was a big week. I mean, especially being from Ohio. I mean, no one really likes Michigan at all. I mean, their team from up north is what they call in Ohio. So, it's always growing up, being little, being a Buckeye fan when I, watched way back then. Obviously, it's always a big week. I mean, it was always a big game. There was always, pretty important implications, whenever that game came, and it was always big. And obviously, I was always rooting for the Buckeyes. I mean, it was big in my household. Everybody, we get together and you watch the game together and stuff like that. But I mean, it was always a good time.
With your dad being a player there and growing up the way you did, is this your first crack at Michigan, or did you play in 13 with them?
No, I did not play in 13. So this is really like my first crack against them. And obviously, I know my dad particularly doesn't like them because I think his senior year, they had lost to Michigan, and that was their only loss that they had that season. So obviously it's going to be big, and obviously in my household. So it's a big game, and I'm excited for the challenge.
Did he say anything to you, like say or and your brother too, for that matter? I mean, going up against Michigan.
No, nothing really. I mean, he just says that obviously that they're usually always a good team. They're going to compete hard, and they're going to give effort. They're gonna have talented players, obviously, all across the board. So you got to make sure that you're on your game whenever you're playing.
Does the offense need a